New at 10, a safe place for victims of domestic violence 6 years in the making finally comes to life in Fort Stockton. Local 2's Lauren Tropea has been following this story closely, and she tells us live in the studio tonight more about this great place to go. Lauren?
Stephanie, it's been 20 years since Fort Stockton has had a safe place for victims of domestic violence, but all that changes today. The Lila B. Smith Safe House is fully operational.
Those pains are still there. I still see their children. Their children have already grown up, and I see them, and again, the hurt is still there.
Fort Stockton Police Chief Arturo Fuentes remembers the day he delivered heartbreaking news. Back in 2011, 2 people died as a result of domestic violence, the launching point for the safe place.
How often would you say that your officers respond to domestic violence situations?
You know, it gives, give or take. I want to say, weekly we respond to those type of calls.
And now there's a place victims of domestic violence can turn, the Lila B. Smith Safe House, years in the making.
Our community has really put a lot into making this dream come true. We've had a lot of volunteers
finding the funding and using their own hands to build the house. But the operations portion not there until now, thanks to the Crisis Center of Odessa.
They approached us several months ago, and we've been working together, and I'm happy to say that as of today, August 1st, we took over operations.
The center and police department teaming up to tackle domestic violence and sexual abuse. Here's how it'll work.
We'll have a network of volunteers to activate, and they will meet the victims and be able to stay there at the shelter.
The Crisis Center, a shelter offering services for Ector and 9 other counties in West Texas. But the basin spans far and wide, forcing some women to make a long trip for help.
Having the shelter in Fort Stockton will allow those that are in that area, maybe Pecos, Monahans, the Fort Stockton area, a place a little bit closer to home.
A blessing built in the community. The Crisis Center is still looking for volunteers for the Safe House. If you would like to help, visit the website there at the bottom of your screen. And I would also like to say thank you to Mr. Dorman Herman, a special man in Fort Stockton who played a huge role with the Safe House. My prayers are with you tonight, Dorman. Live in the studio, Lauren Tropea, Local 2 News.